And there we go. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, everyone. I'm the Dr. Bob Lee. Welcome to Open BXRX. I'm from 107.5 WBLS, and you are watching Open. Coming up on today's show, we'll hear from a representative of an organization that's doing big things in our community. Then we'll speak to a stylist and fashion creative director to learn about his rise in the industry and much more. After that, we'll speak to a legend in the entertainment industry who will take us on a trip down memory lane with her latest memoir, The Thrill of It All. And finally, we'll hear from the founder and CEO of an organization determined to helping college students earn a debt-free degree. All of this and more is coming your way. We are wide open, and here we go. Hello and welcome. You have a seat at the table. I'm your host, Dr. Bob Lee, and you're watching Open. It's that live interactive program that brings the Bronx and New York City straight to your TV set. You can stay connected to us through social media at BronxNet TV. Now, leading things off, our first guest is the Director for Children's Family and Youth Services at the Southeast Neighborhood Centers Incorporated. Now, he's with us today to highlight the work that his organization is doing for families in the Southeast Bronx and much more. So please welcome to the show, Atta Acheampong. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Good morning. Good morning.
We were off camera, and I was letting you know that I know of another person that could be family to you. Her name is
Right.
Michelle Acheampong. So
Right.
I will get you guys together. I'll introduce you guys later on, okay?
Please do. Please do.
So in the
We'll probably
meantime,
do it later on.
tell us all about the Southeast Bronx Neighborhood Centers Incorporated.
So the Southeast Bronx Neighborhood Center is a nonprofit located in the more senior section in the Bronx. Our specialty, our areas of focus are children, family, and youth services. In the area of after-school programming, housing programming, developmentally disabled,
Yeah,
disenfranchised youth, and families.
yeah,
Our position here and our aim is to basically bring hope and connect them to resources where they can break barriers,
yeah.
and that's our main focus.
Atta, what are some of the things that you do with the organization?
So I'm currently the director of the Children, Family, and Youth Services. So I oversee all the after-school programs. I oversee all the housing programs,
Hmm.
all the workforce programs, and also some of the community partnerships as well. So our main focus is to be able to connect resources uh, for our individuals that we service from here throughout the city, and to be able to also get on a federal level, get connected with grants that will help us be able to provide programs for our community.
Yeah. And so you don't only work with children in the Bronx or people in the Bronx, but throughout the five boroughs?
Right, right.
Hmm.
So our focus really is more senior section. However, we do service all throughout.
Yeah. Where will the upcoming inaugural family gala be held, and what should we know about it? I know it's
So
coming up soon.
that's our highlight.
Yeah.
We've been around since the 1930s, and this is probably going to be our biggest event. Uh, it's our inaugural
Uh huh.
family gala that we plan to continue, which will be our keynote speakers, Bronx Borough President Benson Gibson, among other very prominent individuals. Our aim is to really sort of showcase what we are doing and bring Chevrolet to the forefront of the community, not only for our donors and our partners, but the people we serve.
Yeah.
And so it's a highlight for us. And, we are hoping at some point we can pull you in so you can host for us. That was a pitch, by the way.
All right. And that's September the 23rd, right?
September 23rd at Maestros.
All right. I'll check that
Yes.
date, and I'll give you a call back, and we'll check it all out. So, what are some of the
Please.
things that are going to be featured there at the gala?
So we kind of have a cultural exposure. The Bronx is a bucket of many different cultures.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what we planning to do with this gala is to really showcase what the Bronx is and the diversity, uh, to be able to make it a reality for people to see who we are, not just as an organization, but the Bronx as a whole.
Hmm. How can people support the event that's coming up?
So our website is www.sebnc.org, which is sevnic.org.
Hmm.
Uh, they're able to purchase tickets from there. Our direct number is 718-542-2727. If they on Instagram is Sevnik Media, of course. All through these mediums, they definitely can contact us. And we are looking for partnerships within the Bronx, outside of the Bronx. So it's an open forum for everybody to connect with us.
Yeah. Who are some of the people who are helping you out now, like elected officials or corporations,
Right. So
people who are
we
supporting you now?
right. So we have a CEO of Gold Supply, Scott Goldstein, who's been a friend of ours for a long time. We have Barbara Lira, who's the president of Beacon Therapy, and of course our borough president Vanessa Gibson, who has been exceedingly helpful to us as far as giving us resources, connecting us to resources, just being present.
Yeah.
Not just as a politician, but being present on the ground with us from even before she became a borough president. So that those are people that they kind of see the vision of what we are trying to do, the services that we're trying to bring to the community, and they've bought into it. They understand it. They've been here. They've seen the work that's being done. They see the challenges, and so they're on the ground with us, and we really appreciate them.
Yeah. When you see Vanessa Gibson, just give her a big hug for me.
Yes,
We
please,
love her.
please,
We love you,
please,
Vanessa.
definitely,
Yes.
definitely.
Is there anyone that you would like to reach out to that you've been trying to reach out to or wanted to reach out to? We can give them a little nudge right now and say, hey, man, we need your help.
Right. So what we're trying to do is basically be able to become mainstream as far as nonprofits, because
Yeah.
we reach a lot of people. Our aim is to be able to connect with like-minded organizations, not only throughout the Bronx, but all throughout the five boroughs.
Yeah.
We all providing the same services, just for different communities. We all have many resources where we can work together. So we are always open to partnership. We're not just looking at one individual. We're open to partnership that help to the upward mobility of individuals in these type of communities.
I'm glad you said that because sometimes, you look around and you got nonprofits doing different things, but we're all one.
We are all one.
Sometimes we can get together and move in the same direction for that common cause because we're in the business of helping others get what they need out of
Definitely.
life.
Definitely.
Stephen, you heard me say this many times before. Stephen's our producer up in the studio.
Okay.
But, we need to have more organizations coming together to help one another because
Right.
it's all the same thing. We're all helping people. And when you help
That's exactly.
people, it all comes back around and it's a circle of love. So
Definitely.
we appreciate all the things that you do, that you're doing, and that you continue to do. And we're looking forward to that gala.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And we're hoping, again, that you'd be a host for us. That's a second pitch, by the way. So the people that you're asking that we should give a nudge to,
Yeah.
you're right here. See what
I
did
like
there?
you, man. I like you. We applaud you.
Definitely.
Thank you so much. All right, give us
Thank
that
you, Pat.
website one more time where we can get more information.
www.sebnc.org. And
Uh,
now you're on Instagram at Sevnik Media. Our direct line is 718-542-2727. Throughout any of these ways, you can definitely contact us.
there you go. Atta Acheampong, Director of
Yes, sir.
Children, Family, and Youth Services, Southeast, Bronx Neighborhood Centers Incorporated. Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Much
Okay.
appreciated.
You
Thank
got
you
it.
for having me.
All right. We'll take a break. I've got more open coming up next. Don't go away. welcome back, everybody. The Dr. Bob Lee from 107.5 WBLS, and you are watching Open. Our next guest is a fashion stylist, a fashion creative director, and founder of TSD Image. He's here to share his journey as a wardrobe and fashion stylist and costume creative director, to highlight the work that he is doing with his company, TSD Image, and much, much more. So please welcome to the show, Marcus Blassingame. Marcus, welcome.
Doctor, thank you for having me. God bless. How are you?
God bless. We heard so much about you, and we love all the work that you're doing in our community. You stepped up your game, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you.
So tell us how you got into it. How did it all start? Give us some beginnings.
Well, I think the most important part was within the culture. I was doing fashion styling and had the opportunity to work with some of the record labels, and that work with Word Up magazine, which is also one of the magazines that my family did distribution for. So I was able to come in from a creative side and work with Ernie Penaccioli, Ronnie Wright, Tony Kudajar, and do some spectacular work with some of the artists for that magazine at their beginning stages. Those magazines then transitioned and opened up other magazines such as Today's Black Woman and Hype Hair, which I became fashion stylist and fashion editor for those magazines, and eventually opened up a magazine called Black Men Magazine, and I became the editor-in-chief of that one.
Yeah, and we heard a lot about the work that you were doing with the Word Up magazine. How has it worked for you as a freelance stylist? How has it impacted your growth in the industry?
Well, the beautiful thing about it is that, we were able to impact the culture from the perspective of the advertising departments started paying attention to me because they needed someone to deal with the fashion community that was a part of the culture and understood both sides. So that's initially how I was hired to be in those magazines or work with those magazines, is because it was the importance of having someone in place to, communicate with the culture and also talk to the advertisers and let them know that we are reaching a community through us, but at the same time with the talent and the imagination of fashion styling to go with that, it became a perfect combination. It also increased their readership or the distribution from, I think it was 150,000. So some of the work I included increased it to 250,000 copies distributed when I.
That's what's up. And see, you are participating, and people pay attention to people who participate. You are in it. You're in the game. How has your father's career in publishing, in that publishing space, impact your career?
Oh, I mean, 100% my inspiration. Just knowing the designers and, just being on the inside. I mean, I really didn't expect to follow this career, follow this choice. There was a gentleman by the name of Ken Wilson. He was at MCA Records, and I think he was at Columbia before that. We were just hanging out basically, and then I wound up taking Ken to some of these fashion shows, and the designers would invite us backstage, and Ken was amazed by it because he's in the music industry, but not necessarily the fashion industry. So to be invited not only sit front row but also visit backstage of a real fashion show, he thought that was very impressive. So when we had the conversation about what I might be able to do in the industry, he said, "Oh, the only thing that you should do is fashion. That's your thing. Make sure you do anything in this industry, music industry, it should be fashion."
Yeah.
Well, that piece of advice was probably one of the best pieces of advice that I received because just in the beginning stages, I was able to work directly with Clive Davis, and that was with the R&B group Next. They needed somebody, they needed a direction, and KG, of course, also being from New Jersey. Clive had an idea of a Boys to Men, very clean cut thing, but the guys had a different idea, so it was a little more street edge, a little more street style, and that had not become popular as it is now. But I had a pulse on it already. and combining high fashion with street style.
Yeah.
So came together with that. I put together brands and different things that made sense for that kind of look. They loved it. And, you see the album cover, Butter Love and all that, videos and stuff. That's me.
And you're doing it, I tell you that.
Thank
Who are some of the high-profile clients and celebrities that you've worked with?
There's a pretty nice list. Alicia Keys, Vivica Fox, Nicki Minaj, Maya, Kelly Rowland, Akon, Serena Williams, Jadakiss, Corrupt is my most recent. Dre Michelle was a client that we started out styling for the magazine, and then we entered a kind of a more direct business deal, and I got her signed to the show, Basketball Wives LA. We submitted a reel, and through that reel, the show decided to, book her for the show, or Shed Media decided to book her for Basketball Wives.
Yeah.
And from that point on, there's a portion of the show that has me styling her on the show. So I'm actually appearing on TV for my first time.
There you go. All right. How did that feel? How did that work out for you?
Exactly. Might be coming my way too. To do. But that was a pretty good thing, because it showed me that what I do in media and how I increase and improve images, it works.
Yeah.
I believe in it and wholeheartedly, and that's why, I continue to do it to this day.
And you worked with Monet Truitt.
Most current client is Danielle Monet Truitt. She's on Law and Order, and she plays one of the police captains. And we're doing her press and media right now. So the Law and Order is going to be showing overseas. So we're working on doing the overseas magazine press and media for her. Be on the lookout for a Sheen magazine cover that we recently shot. So that should be coming out soon. I haven't gotten the dates yet, but it should be on the Sheen magazine site.
All right. Woo, we got the scoop, guys. We got the scoop, the inside scoop. Thanks for letting us know. And when it comes out, just hey, give us a call. I need to come back on.
Absolutely. I need to come back on, and on the next issue for In Black magazine, which is my current magazine that I'm working on. I need to get you on the interview.
You got it. I'm with you. Yes.
For Fashion Week, New York Fashion Week, September 11th, we're actually doing the Confessional Showroom fashion show. First ever fashion show for the Confessional Showroom.
I'm writing that down.
That's going to be for the confessional issue of In Black magazine. So In Black magazine is partnered with the Confessional Showroom to do a complete issue of all the designers that they represent. And we're doing a whole fashion show. So September 11th, you should see that. It's going to go through the roof. We're going to shut New York down.
I could imagine. You're shutting it down, huh?
We got to shut New York down.
There you go. Hey, that's what it's all about. You got to let people know. Let them feel you. Let them hear you. I always say that.
Amen.
Let them feel you. Let them hear you. What can you tell us about your venture into gaming advertising campaigns?
All right. So I worked off and on with the advertising department of Sprayground, which is a kind of a streetwear brand, skater, backpacker kind of vibe. Yeah. They do a lot of a lot of bags, a lot of backpacks, a lot of accessories, and they just came out with a Call of Duty Sprayground collaboration. And the gamer chair to me is one of the hottest items they have. Because the gamer chair.
Yeah.
And they got this gamer chair looks like the cockpit of a B-52-7 bomber.
Get out of here.
So I know, for this, being a part of that campaign was probably a highlight for me because it represents today. It represents today's, today's genre, today's, market in terms of, the gamers, the Twitch, the skaters. It's all encompassed in one genre, and it also extends from our culture, because we were part of the invention of hip hop, which is our culture. culture as we grew up. So now we're watching our culture extend to something more technological, more advanced, and that's what you're seeing now between, you know, the blending of all the cultures, skaters, hip hop, and technology all coming together and making something. You know, these kids are making $1 million just to play a video game.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I see them coming into those little stores with their backpacks. They're ready to go. They're sitting there. They're making a whole lot of money.
Yes. So, you know, with that being said, like, look, like, you know, I'm here with it. Like, I hear, you know, we had a conversation with, you know, my brother, Dr. Bongo, and we were talking about old school. You know, I said, look, the generations need to embrace each other.
Yes, yes, yes.
The new school needs to, you know, the old school needs to embrace the new school. Don't talk down about the new school, because the new school has the technology. And to be honest with you, the fun thing I asked them, I said, look, I said, how did we arrive? How did we get to the location today? How do we arrive? Did we arrive in a car, or do we arrive in a horse and buggy? And as you were on your way, did you pass by any horse and buggies? No. So the future is on its way, is here.
Yeah.
Okay. So don't sleep on it, because it's coming. There's nothing nothing that's going to stop it.
That's right.
Yeah, just like nothing going to stop the horse and buggies from not being there. Guess what? The future is here. Embrace it. And the same thing, the younger kids can embrace our soul and our spirit, because everything's digital. You know, like, he plays an instrument. Doc Bongo plays instruments.
Yeah.
But now he's looking at everything from everybody's playing these, you know, they're using keyboards, they're using technology, using the computer.
Right.
I said, you should embrace that as much as they should embrace.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I
Because
have to turn you on.
Oh, yes.
I have to turn you on to the Hip Hop Alliance with Curtis Blow and all those guys. I'm gonna get you on the phone with them, and maybe you guys can connect in a certain way, bringing the old and new together.
Absolutely. Like, you know, I'm all about the technology, because, I mean, fashion is always about discovery, growth, and, you know, bringing new things into the world. And technology is definitely a part of that.
Yeah, you got it. Listen, we got to connect. Give us your website before we go.
Yes, it's inblackmagazine.que.tm.
inblackmagazine.tu.
.que.m.
You say it one more time by yourself.
Okay, so it's inblackmagazine.q as in question mark, U as in under, E as in every, dot T as in Tom, M as in Mary.
There you go. And we'll put it on the bottom of the screen, of course. Thank you so much.
Dr. Bob Lee in the building. You are a legend, and I am honored to be in your presence, my brother. And I can't wait to do some more things with you.
We'll hook up. I'll give you my number and everything after we get off the air, okay?
I would love that. Thank you, Doctor.
You got it. Marcus Blassingame, fashion creative director, stylist, and writer. And so many irons in the fire. We love what you do. Technology is it, and you're in it, the fashion world, the whole nine. And we'll be looking forward to checking out what you're going to do on September 11th.
I can't wait.
Yes.
Yes, we're going to shut down New York. You shutting it down with us, Doctor.
All right. I'm with you. All right.
Excellent.
We'll take a break. I've got more open coming up next right here. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet.
We built a media network for you.
BronxNet TV.
Come learn in your new state-of-the-art studios at Lehman College.
At Mercy College.
And coming soon to the South Bronx in the Hub.
Inspire with your stories, culture, history.
Your Bronx on BronxNet.
Engage with us.
Connect with us at your channels and at BronxNet.tv.
Learn, Engage, inspire. BronxNet TV.
From the Bronx
To the world.
BronxNet.
And welcome back, everybody. You know, our next guest is a dynamo in the entertainment industry. She's no stranger to the spotlight with years of experience as a singer, songwriter, model, actress, and producer. And she has appeared in feature films such as Give Me the Night, Beverly Hills Cops 2, and 48 Hours, and many others. And she's here to speak about her latest memoir titled The Thrill of It All, reflecting on her career and time spent working with the king of pop, Michael Jackson, on his iconic Thriller music video. So please welcome to the show, Ola Ray. Hola, hola, hola.
¿Cómo estás, Bob? How you doing?
Bien, everything's good, everything's good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you so much for having me on your show.
Yeah, I know you're out in California now. What part of California do you stay in?
I'm in Valley Village.
Oh,
It's like
okay.
near Burbank.
Yeah. So you've been doing some wonderful things over the years, and I know you're starting your memoir, but give us a little history of yourself. I mean, you started in the entertainment business, working with a number of people in the beginning. Tell us about it.
Right. Yeah, I started working at the age of 15. I was in Japan. We were stationed over there. My stepdad was in the Air Force.
Yeah.
So I started modeling and singing. I was a part of a group called the Puppets. And then I also modeled and did commercials. And yeah, I started at the age of 15. And then from there, once I got back to the United States, I came to LA and I shot the Playboy issue. And then I became a
Uh-huh.
spokesperson for Classy Curl hair
Yeah, I
care
remember
product,
that. I
which,
remember that. Yes, yes.
yeah,
But
which I had to tour all around, to
uh,
promote that product. And
yeah.
then from there, I just did a lot of commercials like for Milk, IBM, Legs,
Uh-huh.
McDonald's, and then I did the films like you mentioned, 48 Hours. My first video was with George Benson, Give Me the Night, and I did a lot of other films until I got the role of the lifetime working with Michael.
Wow. Yeah. How was that? I mean, what did you do when you found out that, hey, we need you to be in Michael Jackson's video, The Thriller?
I was so excited when I went on the interview to meet with John Landis. I didn't know what I was meeting him for. And so as he sat there and explained to me that I'm going to need a girl who could play two roles, and one from the 1950s and another updated girlfriend, a modern day girlfriend.
Yeah.
And then so he explained to me that my boyfriend would become a werewolf and I would be really afraid and I would run away from him and all this. And so as he explained everything to me,
Uh-huh.
he started playing Michael's song,
Yeah.
Thriller. And I looked at him and I said, "Oh my God." I said, "Are you serious?" I said, "Please let me do it." I said, "I will be on my best behavior. I'm the girl for the part. Trust me, I've been around. I know how to work Michael.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure, he's going to probably be a lot nervous, and I'm the girl that could do this."
Yeah, yeah.
And he said, "Okay, well, I'll call you in about 2 weeks." And after 2 weeks, he called me. He said he had to talk to Michael
Wait, that
about
was a
it and
long two
also let
weeks,
me
right?
know
That was a
that I
long
did the
two
play.
weeks, right?
After 2 weeks, he called me and I just got
Uh-huh.
up on my bed and started jumping and I was so excited. I mean,
Made a lot of phone calls, huh?
well, yeah. Yeah, call my mama. No. Let her know.
That's good. And then you went down and you participated. Did it take a long time to do the video?
We worked together for 2 weeks.
Uh-huh.
Every morning from like 7 or 8 o'clock, they picked me up in the limo. I'd had to go to Jane Fonda's studio where they would put my makeup on. She was shooting her exercise video at the time, and so and then after that, they would take me onto the set, and I would be on the set all day long until like about midnight or so with Michael.
Oh,
Two
yeah.
weeks
Wow.
straight. Yeah.
How was it working with Michael? Was he a shy person? I know when I met him, he was shy, but he was a nice person. He was a nice person.
Michael was great. I mean, he wasn't that shy with me. Um, we had so much fun laughing. He was always trying to tell jokes and always playing around and I don't know, we had a wonderful time
Uh-huh.
together.
And it was very thrillful. The thrill of it all, I tell you. You got to talk about it. So let's talk about your memoir. Speaking of such, the thrill of it
Okay,
all.
well, my memoir, the book is called The Thrill of It All,
Uh-huh.
and it's a memoir about my life. And I begin by talking about my childhood and how I was born in St. Louis, Missouri. I come from a family of nine, and
Wow.
due to alcoholism and domestic violence, my mom ended up taking us away from my dad at an early age. So I guess around maybe I was around 10 or so
Yeah.
we left and moved to California where she remarried. And then my stepdad, which is his name was James Moore,
Hmm.
he took us to Japan. And that's where I started my career. So I talk about that. And then I go in to talk about, me working with Michael. I give a detailed outline as, to what happened, like, pretty much every day by day.
Yeah.
And then I talk about what happened to me after Thriller and all the pitfalls, that came afterwards. So in the book, I want to, let everybody know that basically if you're going to be in this industry, you have to understand that there might be a day where you might have to go to a party and you might walk in and there might be drugs all over the table. So you have to prepare yourself
Yeah.
mentally to go into a situation like that. No one prepared me, so all everything that I'm talking about in this book was like a firsthand type situation
Yeah.
that I had to figure out, within myself how to deal with. And it's like there might be a time where you might walk in and a producer or a director might tell you, okay, well, in order to get this part, you got to have sex with me.
Whoa.
And so I talk about all these things. I talk about domestic violence, being beaten and being locked in someone's basement, having a car bombing, having a fake drug bust at my house. So it's like for me, I think I have gone through every emotion or every situation that a person can get in.
Yeah.
And basically through the grace of God, I was able to, get out of everything and continue my life.
Yeah.
So it's a book about hope, and letting people know that if I have gone through all this, all these different situations in my life and I have come out of it on the other end, that they can too. And there's a stigma in the entertainment industry where you know it's like you have to use drugs or drink or be a
Yeah.
part of this A-list group. And and that's why we don't have like Whitney with us, and Michael and Prince. It's like they left us too soon.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like I'm just very grateful to still be standing here to be able to talk about all my experiences and everything that has happened to me, so
I mean, a lot of it was great, but a lot of it was traumatizing too, because you had
it
to
was
go through the
very
good to get to, you had to go through the bad to get to the good. So,
well. It kind of went the other way around for me.
yeah,
I was
yeah,
doing great.
uh,
I was doing great. I was, working, doing great, and then, then Hollywood got to me, so I was doing the good.
yeah, yeah.
So, and then, I don't know, God, I feel like, He had me go through all these experiences so I can, explain it and tell everyone else in
You
my
could
book
help
right
other
now.
people. Yes, yes. So,
Yeah,
this book sort of therapeutic for you, just to put it out, put the
it
pen to
was.
the paper, and say, hey, let's put it all out there, let people know, and maybe it can help them with their lives.
Right. It was very therapeutic. It was like 5 years in the making. And this last year, it's like when I really sat down and focused on it, and I had to rewrite, because I wanted to make sure that I said exactly what I wanted to say. And I wanted to also like encourage people if they're going through any problems in their life, like with domestic
Hmm.
violence or drugs or suicide or whatever, that, these are the things that I've done. And so, yeah, it was very therapeutic, and I cried a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but yeah, but
Oh,
I don't know,
yeah. Ola, how did
it's
you come up with
it
the name? How did you mix the name in with all that's happening in the book?
right. It's like the thrill of it all. It's like the thrill, the highs and the lows.
Yeah, yeah,
It's just the thrill of everything that has happened so far with me in my life. And I don't know. I just figured that that was the perfect name for the book.
yeah, yeah. Where can we get the book? Is it on all
Oh,
platforms?
yes, it's on all platforms. It's on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, Google Play. I mean, you name it, ebook, it's out there.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Well, I'll be looking to pick up a copy, and perhaps when you're in town, you can sign it for us.
Oh, of course. And you're in New York, right?
I'm in New York. Yes.
Yes, I will be in New York, October, I think 20th, 28th, 29th, and 30th, at a convention out there called Chiller Theater. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is Sandra Trim DaCosta going to be with you?
I don't know. I hope so. So I will be there actually. I will be there for that event, but then I plan on staying in New York until like November 8th. So
Okay. So we
I
got to meet
hope
up. Maybe we can break some
love
bread.
to see. I'm sorry.
So we got to meet up. Maybe we can break some bread.
That sounds like a plan.
All right. Sounds good. Give us a website where we can go to get all of your information.
Okay, so the website is still, it's in progress,
Right.
but it's going to be olaray.com.
Okay.
And hopefully we'll have it running in within the next 2 weeks. And
Okay.
then I have the PYT for my Instagram,
Uh-huh.
Ola Ray PYT, and then Ola Ray PYT also for
Oh,
TikTok. And
that's
then I have
beautiful.
two other pages on Facebook. A like page, it's a picture of me and Michael.
Uh-huh.
And then I have another picture of me it's just a headshot from my days back in Playboy.
Yeah.
So I have two of those on Facebook.
Yeah, wait a minute. I saw that. Wait a minute. Uh, I scanned across it. Oh, here's the Playboy magazine, the June issue, right?
Yes.
Playmate of the month. Woo!
Right. I talk about it in the book.
Yeah.
Um, all the fun times that I had at the Playboy Mansion
Uh,
at the parties.
I'm sure.
So,
It's in the book. Don't tell us anymore. We got to pick up that book.
yes, I'm not.
Beautiful. Great. Listen, nice talking to you. You're always welcome to come back and share more, okay?
Okay, thank you so much. It was my pleasure.
Yes.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes. And I'll see you when you come to New York.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Ola Ray, The Thrill of It All. It's out there. It's on all platforms, so make sure you pick up that copy right there. She's a writer, actress, model, author, and now she has that new book. So make sure you get it. I'm going to pick up a copy, and she said she's going to sign it for me. We'll take a quick break right here. I've got more open coming up next.
TV news, radio reports, and newspaper headlines in the 1970s and 80s misrepresented communities in the borough of the Bronx. Then, something transformative happened. By, for, and about the Bronx, BronxNet was born.
BronxNet provides media education,
Opening the doors to competitive careers in the media industry
For thousands of students in middle school,
high school.
and college.
BronxNet.
And welcome back. The doctors are in the house. Our last guest is known as the Scholarship Doctor, and she is the founder and CEO of Scholarship Solutions, and she joins us today to speak about the work that her organization is doing to save students money, M-O-N-E-Y, and to help them with obtaining debt-free degrees. So watch out. Here she is. Welcome to the show, Rhea Watson. Welcome, welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you.
So lovely to have you here.
Appreciate you.
And people want to save money. You know, we're all into saving a whole, a little bit of money, especially when you're trying to get some education going. You learn how to save that money while you're getting your education. So how do we do it? What's the first step? What can you tell us about Scholarship Solutions?
Yes. So I am Rhea, the scholarship doctor, CEO and founder of Scholarship Solutions, and the author of the #1 best-selling book, The
Sounds like a
Scholarship Doctor
commercial. Go
Within.
ahead.
5 Easy Steps to a Free Degree. I'm so
Yeah.
excited to tell you, anyone and everyone, 0 to 99, womb to the tomb,
Womb to
birth
the
to death,
tomb.
cradle to college, can
Yeah.
go to college debt free in 5 steps. 5 steps, five.
5 steps. How do we do it? How do we do it?
So you want to have firstly good grades. What are good grades? We call them the mighty A's and A's. Everyone say it with me,
The
A's and
mighty
A's.
A's.
You also want to have a good class rank. There are scholarships just because someone graduates or finishes in the top 10% of their class. Nothing else. It's important
Uh-huh.
to have test scores. We have this new culture that's saying, you don't need the test. My college is test optional. But just like you can test opt out of something, guess what? You can also test opt in. So if you want to go to college debt free, if you don't want to owe any money, then you want to make sure to take the test.
Take the test.
Yes, it's super important. And then we have these excellent things. We just talked about good and great, but excellent parts of going to college debt free are extracurricular activities,
Uh-huh.
being involved with your community. And I say the secret sauce is to make sure that you are 100% taking a leadership role in those activities and volunteer opportunities.
They pay attention to that, right? Now, what is the grade level that they pay most attention to those grades?
Yeah, I love that question. For example, my nephew, he is 7. He's already secured $25,000 in college scholarships.
All right.
And even as a babyish in that age, they are looking for those A's and A's. So we never, ever, ever want to discount grades. Now, it's not the end all be all, but really, especially if you want to be like 70% of my clients who get paid to go to college, you want to make sure that grades are important. And that's something that we should start early and often, we say,
Yeah.
with Scholarship Solutions. And one way to secure that is tutoring. You know, sometimes we think that tutoring is, if we're struggling, oh my gosh, we got to now go and get somebody to help us. No way, Jose. It should be a part of the game plan. You should have someone like me, a strategist in scholarships, a tutor. You know, maybe you'll have a coach or someone who teaches you in music. And when you have this dream team, y'all remember the dream team
The
in the
dream
Olympics?
team.
So
Yeah, the
excited,
dream
right?
team.
This is a dream team of scholarships.
Yeah, yeah.
So I should be a part of it. Tutoring is for smart people, and we don't say it meanly, but not dumb people. We have to rethink and re-educate ourselves in regard to how education is.
How do you motivate and inspire people who are not getting the A's right off the bat? You know, you want to move them to that level, especially when you reach the 11th grade, because a lot of letters start coming into you to go to these different colleges. They're paying for you to come to their school. They want that. They want the good grades. So how do you motivate people who are, they're not getting, they got the C's and the B's. How do you get them up to par? How do you help them make the grade?
It's so funny because, like, even on the back of my book, it says, "What is my superpower?" Right there. I change F's to A's all the time.
From F to A's.
That's my superpower. And one way is to let them know that they can use scholarships as legacy building, as wealth building. And when our scholars, we call them scholars, we either face that into their lives or they're already living it.
Yeah.
But when we encourage scholars and say, you know, it's nothing wrong with a part-time job, but when you can use scholarship for that and really change the entire lineage of your family through scholarship, it becomes pretty encouraging. They have dreams and aspirations, and we're there to encourage them and underscore that. And again, just conversing with them and letting them know this is for you. There's $50 billion with a B, $50 billion in scholarships available every single year. Yes, sir. That's right.
With the big B.
So why not take your piece of it, right? Why
That's
not
right.
get yours and not just go to college debt free, but allow this to be a way for you to pay for those extras, because it takes more than tuition fees room and board to go to college, right? Everybody say it with me. Yes and yes.
Yes, yes. And it's
You
always
might
it's
want
always a
to
good
get
idea. Yeah, and it's
you
always a
may
good.
need pants.
Go ahead.
I was just saying you might want to have some clothing, you may want to get your hair did. I mean, there's a few other things that it takes
Yeah.
besides tuition fees, room and board. Why not use scholarship? And so having those conversations, it
Uh-huh.
100% inspires people to go for their
And
dreams.
it's a good thing to have colleges fighting over you. You
Mm,
want that. You
yeah.
want these options. They're fighting over you to try to get you to go to their college because you got good grades. Now, what
Yeah.
advice would you give to parents and young people thinking about their college and the financial circumstances that surround it?
hmm Apply, apply, apply. Honestly, this is one of the biggest traps that stops people from earning scholarships. They just don't apply. I have worked with organizations, colleagues, others across the nation who
Mm.
just said, Rhea, we are closing our scholarship because we could not get anyone to apply. And so when you
Wow.
just apply, regardless of maybe what you have or don't have, how good you look or how good you don't look, I'm saying on paper, right?
Yeah.
When you apply, that is to me the number one best advice I could give anyone in
Hmm.
regard to scholarship. Apply.
Because the money's there. The money's out there. So go get it. Go get the money. But take care of some things, tidy up the house. Take care of some things first before you get there. Prepare before you get there. So if it takes good grades, that's one of the things that you have to do. What's another step that we should take?
Again, with those tests, right? First of all, take them, maybe first of all, but whichever order, take the test, but prepare for them. And so, just what you said, it's important to do preparation. It's important to do prayer, we say. It's important to plan. And when you take those steps, you can be a winner in regard to tests. Why are our students, why are our scholars, why are our children, why are we intimidated by the test taking process? Because we're not prepared for it. So I don't care if it's the PSAT, which is a scholarship exam, the ACT, the SAT, the LSAT,
Hmm.
MCAT, or whatever other exam. When you're prepared, when you have a plan, you can progress. We say pray and then rock that test. So I think test prep is crucial, as well as, of course, just taking the exams.
Yeah. Do you have workshops that will help students prepare?
We do. So we have workshops that are virtual. We've always been a hybrid program, even
Yeah.
before pandemic. But now we are 100% online. So students, scholars take our test prep from across the country.
Hmm.
And we'll be excited across the world because these exams are offered internationally. But yes, we have workshops. We have test prep, some of the best in the nation. I'm being maybe a little bit biased, but we've set it up where there's small classes that we care for our scholars and they have access to the recordings, our materials that we've created,
Yeah.
as well as our incredible instructors for weeks and weeks and weeks on end. And we've helped people to get perfect scores. That means scholarships, y'all.
Yeah,
Woo!
yeah. You're excited about it. Seems like you got some scholarship money from it too. No, but listen, the book. The book. Tell us more about the book and where can we get it?
So yes, this is a book. It's actually a workbook.
Yeah.
So it's not just read along. Do you see those spaces in there? You can actually do the steps. We call it filling the prescription. So we tell you what to do, and then after you do it, now let's really fill it in. Check those boxes off. Fill out the volunteer tracker. Fill out the scholarship tracker. I just did a train the trainer, and they're like, where can we keep up with our volunteerism? Where can our students keep up with their scholarships? And we're like, it's in the book. It's right there in the book. It's a wonderful resource. It went #1 in 2 days. We are so thankful to God for that. But it was
Yes.
something, this is a way that I've helped scholars, and everyone's a scholar, to win over $200 million in scholarships. It's right here. It's available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. You can go to my website, lots of places to find it.
Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. And you got to come back again. We'll always welcome you back.
Thank you. I look forward to it.
Yes. Okay, so we can get that online. You have a website and everything, social media. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so my website is scholarshipsolutions.com. So that's my singular, scholarship singular, solutions plural, because we're more than one answer to your scholarship woes. So myscholarshipsolutions.com. And then I'm everywhere, including TikTok, Clubhouse, right? At Scholarship DR. That's Scholarship Doctor. Scholarship DR, Scholarship Doctor. You can find me everywhere. So I look forward to having new followers.
You said everywhere? You can find me everywhere. That's language. That's not in the book, but you know, that's from being around, right?
You can follow me everywhere.
Everywhere. But listen, thank you so much. Rhea M. Watson, Scholarship Doctor and Founder CEO, Scholarship Solutions. She's got the solutions. She's the DOCTOR. Hanging out with the BOBLEE on Open. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. That about does it for us. Hope got everything that you needed out of the show. We'll run it again and again and again. Hope you get that too. Always remember this: what you are is God's gift to you. What you make of yourself is your gift to God. So choose your choice and let your choice control the chooser. And remember, whether you say you can or you can't, either way, you're right. I'll see you over 107.5 WBLS. Love you all.